to Family Lifestyles. My name is Kimberly Hereford, Kentucky State University's Life and Work Educator at the West Regional Center. And today we have with us Stephanie Heston from the University of Kentucky, Family and Consumer Science Agent, and she works in the Monroe County Extension Office. So today she is going to make us some lovely, delicious fruited coleslaw as well as peanut butter oatmeal bites. So Stephanie, take it away.
Oh, thank you, Kim. First off, I just want to say these two recipes are from our 2024 Food Nutrition Recipe Calendar. I do cooking through the calendar at our extension office in Monroe County, and the fruited coleslaw and the peanut butter oatmeal bites was two of our favorites. Of course, we loved all of the recipes in this calendar. I cannot express how good these recipes are. And of course, the 2025 calendar is already out, and I'm excited to do those recipes this year through cooking through the calendar. So I just wanted to show these as well. So with the fruited coleslaw, we're going to make our dressing. This is what the fruited coleslaw looks like. I've already got some made up. It looks very good, and you can take it anywhere you want to too. And of course, there's no baking. You just throw it all in together. But first, first I'm going to make the dressing, and I'm just going to put it all in the mixing bowl right now. But it calls first for 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise. Just going to dump it in here. And then next, it calls for half a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. And you could use any type of vinegar, but apple cider to me
is the best.
Yes. So I've got that in there. And next, you will put in 2 teaspoons of sugar and 3 tablespoons of crushed pineapple.
Oh, pineapple makes everything better.
Yes. So this is the dressing, and I'm just going to mix everything together. And if you all can see that, look how good that looks. So next, I'm going to dump in 2 cups of shredded cabbage, and this is just a bag of coleslaw that I have picked up from the grocery store. And you can use that.
Could you use head lettuce if you wanted to and chop it up?
I don't know if the head lettuce, you could try that and see. I bet it would be good.
Or maybe some angel hair cabbage.
Yes, that would also be good. And then next, you will need half a cup of mandarin oranges. And you can use other fruit too, like chopped apples or pears or anything else. Or you could mix a little bit of each. That would be good.
I'm curious, what pairs with this nice fruited coleslaw?
What kind of meal? Just fruit, the fruits type, anything like that. And then, of course, too, now you would add raisins or the cranberries. Now, I like the cranberries better.
Cranberries seem to have a little bit more better sweetness to a recipe.
And of course, you know, depending on what holiday and stuff it is, the cranberries kind of work a little bit better. And so you just mix it all together. And of course, you know, this too, people can be able to eat more fruit. And of course, more cabbage. This is something else to do with cabbage. And you could probably try some other things in with it as well to experiment. So, but it's very good. 1 serving is 1/2 cup, and it's about 100 calories.
Okay,
so it's not very bad.
Low in calories, good.
But anyway, that wraps it up for the fruited coleslaw.
Thank y'all for joining Family Lifestyles.
Okay, so this recipe is very, very good to take. You could use it to take to any family gathering, any side dish, or meal that you have at home. Plus, it's also good for on fish tacos.
Oh, I bet that would be
or
delicious.
Chicken tacos. So you could use this with anything, and you can, like, you don't have to put the mandarin oranges. You can put the pears. You can put diced apples, or mix and match the fruit. But yes, all it is, just remember your dressing is 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise, 1/2 teaspoon of apple cider. Then it's 2 teaspoons of sugar and 3 tablespoons of crushed pineapple. That is your dressing. Then you would just add the 2 cups of chopped cabbage. You would also add in 1/2 cup of your fruit, and I use the mandarin oranges, and you can use, like I said earlier, the chopped apples. And then 1/2 cup of raisins or dried cranberries, which my favorite is the dried cranberries. So, but it's a very good dish. And any of these recipes from the 2024 Food and Nutrition Calendar, they are still available at the Extension office if anybody would like to get a copy of those.
Thank you so much, Stephanie, for sharing your delicious recipe of fruited coleslaw. And as she said, I'm sure it pairs great with everything.
Yes.
Thank you for joining Family Lifestyles.
Another summer day has come and gone away from Paris or Rome, but I wanna go home. Maybe surrounded by a million people, I still feel all alone. Just wanna go home. Oh, I miss you, you know. Let me go home. I'm just too far from where you are. I wanna come home. Let me go home. I've had my run, baby, I'm done. I gotta go home. It'll all be alright. I'll be home tonight. I'm coming back home.
Hello and welcome back to Family Lifestyles. Today we are going to do another recipe, peanut butter oatmeal bites. I am Kimberly Hereford from Kentucky State University's Cooperative Extension Program, West Regional Center, where I serve as a life and work educator. Our guest today is Stephanie Haston from the University of Kentucky's Cooperative Extension Program, where she serves as the Family Consumer Science Agent in the Monroe County office. And she is going to make for us today peanut butter oatmeal bites. Who does not love peanut butter and oatmeal combined together? So Stephanie, I'm going to let you take it away.
All right, here they are. And of course, this is another recipe from the 2024 Food and Nutrition Calendar. And it was also a favorite during my cooking through the calendar program. So we're going to get started and put this together, but first I also want to tell you all that food safety is also very important when you are cooking. And the first thing too is to always wash your hands before you start preparing food. Make sure your utensils are clean and that your workspace is clean. And of course, we are making these peanut butter oatmeal bites, so we don't have to worry about any raw meat or anything, but still you want to make sure to watch and not contaminate, of course, your fruits and vegetables and your raw meat. And of course, if you do have any fresh fruits and vegetables to prepare, always make sure to wash those very, very good before you start cooking with those. So we're going to get started with the peanut butter oatmeal bites. So I'm first going to mix the moist ingredients together. I have 1 cup of peanut butter. And 1 cup of peanut butter. Of course, there's a little trick when you're trying to take it out of the container, or when you're trying to measure peanut butter. You can spray your container with cooking spray.
Really?
Yes,
That's a
and
neat
that
trick.
helps to
It's a good
get your
trick.
peanut butter out. Because when peanut butter and even honey and all that sticks to your measuring utensils, and you want to get an accurate measurement.
Yes.
So that is a little tip to kind of help. Next, I'm going to add 2/3 cup of unsweetened applesauce.
Applesauce is always good.
Yes, and it's better. It's a better substitute for butter and all of that to help cut out.
More nutritional too.
Yes,
Yes.
very nutritional. I'm going to add that together. And then next, I have got 1/3 cup of brown sugar. Now this is all the added sugar, of course, that this recipe has, and it's just a little bit. Brown sugar makes everything
Sugar
good.
makes everything better.
Yes, it does. And then next, I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon. This will add some flavor.
A little kick.
Yes. And 2 teaspoons of vanilla.
I love good vanilla flavoring.
I do too. So I'm going to mix and stir all of this up till it comes very, very smooth.
This will be a nice project to do with children as well.
Yes.
Something that they can get their hands in, and you know,
Yes.
making sure their hands are clean, of course.
Yes. And of course, teaching them measurements too. What
Yes.
a dry
Yes.
measuring cup is and a liquid measuring cup.
Yes.
And all of that. So you can see I've got this blended together. So once I get these blended together, I'm going to dump 2 cups of quick oats in the recipe. Then I'm going to add 3/4 cup of dried fruit, which I have chose the cranberries. And I have got a 1/2 cup of pecans that I'm going to add. And now one good thing about this recipe too, if you do have any type of nut allergy, you can use the sunflower seed butter instead of peanut butter.
Okay.
And of course this recipe too, you can either, if you don't like the nuts or anything else, you can add the sunflower seeds. So that's one good thing about this recipe I like. So if you do have a food allergy, you can use something different. Now, when I did this with Cooking Through the Calendar, I had also went to the senior centers in Monroe County to do this recipe. And I had a few that didn't want nuts or sunflower seeds. So this recipe was still good without those 2 ingredients. And then I went to another one and they wanted both the nuts and the sunflower seeds in it. So it was good. So we kind of did a little bit of each.
That's also
In
a
the
pairing of the
recipe.
dried fruits, I would think too. Would you not say?
Yes.
Do you have to use pecans? Can you use walnuts as well?
You could.
Okay.
You can mix up the nuts if
Okay.
you want to. And too, I forgot to mention that instead of using applesauce, you could use bananas. You could use 2 bananas, 2 mashed bananas. And that would be very, very good and probably give it a different flavor too.
Yes.
And another thing about these peanut butter oatmeal bites, I think they would be a good snack any time of an afternoon. And I think probably you could probably eat them for breakfast if you chose to.
Yes.
So I've got everything blended well, if you all can see. So for the next part is the fun part. You will need to have a baking sheet with some parchment paper here on the side. And of course, too, you will need to have your oven preheated at 350 because you are going to bake these. But this is the fun part. You get to roll out the oatmeal bites.
Now, do they have to be in bite size, or could they be in like little oatmeal balls, or will they flatten out when they go in the oven? Okay.
Yes, and see, that's another trick too. I'm just rolling them out in balls, but I'm going to flatten them with a spoon dipped in water.
Oh.
Because the water too will help keep it from sticking.
Okay.
And see, and
It
that's
almost
what
reminds
you
me
do.
of a granola bar a little
Yes,
bit.
it
Like
does.
a homemade granola bar.
It does, if you all can see what I've done. But yes, this is very easy and very simple and very fun to do. So, very exciting. And of course, this makes up about 30 bites, and one bite is about around 110 calories.
Okay.
So it's not a very bad, very good snack.
Well, thank you so much for your delicious peanut butter oatmeal bites. We thank you for joining Family Lifestyles show. And as we mentioned, always practice food safety, washing your hands, making sure you're using clean utensils, and making sure the environment in your kitchen is clean. Again, thank you for joining Family Lifestyles, and happy holidays.
Thank you all.
You know there's a light that glows by the front door. Don't forget the keys under the mat. When childhood stars shine, always stay humble and kind. Don't expect a free ride from no one. Don't hold a grudge or a chip, and here's why. Bitterness keeps you from flying. Always stay humble and kind. Hold the door, say please, say thank you. Don't steal, don't cheat, don't lie. I know you got mountains to climb, but always stay humble and kind. When the dreams you're dreaming come to you, when the work you put in is realized, let yourself feel the pride, but always stay humble and kind. Yeah.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Family Lifestyles. Now Kim is going to prepare something very exciting, cherries in the snow. I'm excited about this.
Thank you, Stephanie. So, with the holidays approaching, we're always looking for something fast and easy and quick to do with the kiddos. If you're anything like me, I like to entertain my nieces and nephews, and they're always looking for something fun to do.
Yes.
So, I like to cook with them. Normally, we bake cookies, but we're going to do this year cherries in the snow. Cherries in the snow is an easy, no-bake dessert that you can take time to do. It's basically layers, and it's interactive too. Very simple, okay? Simplicity
Yes,
is about
simple.
everything. So you can still
Simple's
enjoy
good.
trimming the tree and seeing all these pretty Christmas lights. First, you're going to take 2 4x9 pre-baked angel food cakes. Now, let's talk about this for a second. Angel food comes in many different shapes, forms, and
Yes.
fashions. This is a loaf. However, it does come in a rounded thing too. Or you can bake your own angel food cake if you want to go ahead and, you know, just be creative and not have
Yes.
to depend on the pre-purchase. Unfortunately, though, this is pre-purchased today. So with that being said, you take this. You also need a 9.2 ounce of cream cheese softened, okay? If the cream cheese is not softened, that will make or break your recipe, okay?
Okay.
And if you're in a crunch for time to soften your cream cheese, you may put it in the microwave for like 1 to 2
Okay.
minutes, making sure it doesn't melt, but just soften, okay?
Okay.
In addition, you also need a 1.2 cup of powdered sugar. Powdered sugar makes everything better.
Yes, it sure does.
In addition, you do 1.2 cup of milk. Now that can be whole milk, low-fat milk. What else is it? 2% milk.
2%.
Yes,
2%.
skim milk even works in this recipe as well. You also need 28.8 ounces of Cool Whip. Now, who doesn't like dreamy, creamy Cool Whip?
Cool Whip. Oh,
Yes.
This is just really sounding good and
I
good.
can't wait to put it together. In addition, you need 100.8 ounces of canned cherry pie cobbler mix, or just cherry pie mix. Basically, that's the equivalent of 2 cans. So now that we
Okay.
talked about the ingredients, our prep time is about 20 minutes, and it's
Okay.
going to make a total of 36 servings depending on your bowl. Of course, this recipe can be doubled or tripled depending on the size and quality that you're going to be making for people.
Well, 36 servings, that'll be quite a lot.
Yes,
That'll
it's
really,
almost like a little parfait, a little dreamy parfait.
goodness.
But it's so cute, cherries in the snow. So with the instructions, in a large bowl, you're going to whip Cool Whip, powdered sugar, and milk. You want to make sure that that consistency is smooth, okay? No lumps, no bumps, smooth. Then you're going to gently add in your Cool Whip. Now let's back up for just a second and talk about this Cool Whip. Everyone knows Cool Whip is served in the freezer, but you want to ensure that it's thawed out. So it's that way it's able to go into that nice creamy batter of the cream cheese, powdered sugar, and milk. Then you're going to take and break your cake into small pieces to add to the Cool Whip mixture. So you can just crumble it. You can do a few things. You can crumble it, or you can cut it up. Just whatever your options are.
oh goodness. That'll be really good.
Yes.
Mixed all in, the mixture and everything.
So I already have some prepared already, but before we crumble the cake in, this is what your mixture would look like with the Cool Whip, as well as the cream cheese, powdered sugar, and milk. And it kind of looks like snow a little bit.
It does.
So after crumbling all this lovely cake,
Oh, and it smells good too.
everything is better when it smells good.
Yes.
I'm not going to crumble it all because our bowl is relatively full. So after we crumble it, we're going to basically fold in our combination. So
Oh,
we're
goodness.
folding it in, making sure it's all mixed together.
Yes, doesn't that look good?
It
The
takes a little
cake
while
and
to
the
fold. I
cream.
think I needed a bigger bowl. So next, we're going to put our fold of the cake, the Cool Whip, the cream cheese, and the milk and powdered sugar into a 9x13 baking bowl or baking pan. So you want to level it out here.
Okay.
Trying to hurry.
That looks really good. And this would be good just to take anywhere too for the
It is. You can do it for
holidays.
work functions, church
Yes,
functions,
something
family functions.
easy. You don't have to bake. Just something very simple and very easy. And of course, very good.
Oh, I am sure it is delicious.
Well, I can't wait to try this. This is exciting.
Okay, so now that we've got it all in our bowl, you're gonna spread it out pretty even. And making sure it's fully covered and all that good stuff. So So our last and final step is our cherries. So everyone knows cherries are delicious.
They are.
Now you can do this a few ways. You can kind of just put it on there spoon by spoon so it kind of looks good.
Spread it out.
I hope I have enough.
Little patches.
Yeah. Another thing that you can possibly add to this recipe, if you like, is pineapple.
Oh, that would be good.
Pineapple would be good in this recipe, I think.
What could you use? Maybe another pie filling? Would maybe
Strawberries
something? Strawberries
or
would be good.
blueberries. You know, it could also be used maybe for the 4th of July if you wanted to use
Oh.
that for a recipe. I probably would
That
have
would
to
be
change it
neat.
though.
You've almost got it covered. It's looking good.
Okay.
There you go.
So now that we have our finished product, it is cherries in the snow. Doesn't
Yes,
it
there we
look like
go.
cherries in the snow? And if you want to be a little bit decorative, you can sprinkle some Christmas ornaments on there. Another thing you could do is take cookie cutters, Christmas cookie
Oh, that
cutters,
would be neat.
and sprinkle some powdered sugar, which is an ingredient included in the
Oh,
recipe,
that would be cute.
to be a little decorative.
Yes.
Happy holidays, and I hope you all enjoy cherries in the snow.
Yes, thank you all for joining us today.